People often ask me whether I believe every story I hear. My answer has always been the same. No, but there are a few cases, a handful of files buried beneath hundreds of ordinary reports that refuse to leave my mind. The one you're about to hear is based on an unsolved criminal investigation from a remote village where the official records end but the questions never do. The police closed the file. The villagers never did. The year was 2014. In the northern part of the country stood a forgotten village surrounded by dense bamboo forests and abandoned tea fields. After sunset, nobody walked the narrow dirt roads alone. Outsiders believed it was superstition. The locals called it experience. Everything began with the disappearance of a schoolteacher named Mahmoud Hassan. He was 36 years old. Quiet. Respectable. He lived alone in a rented house beside an old canal. On a Thursday evening, he finished class as usual. Several students watched him lock the classroom before walking toward the village road, carrying nothing except a black shoulder bag. He never reached home. The next morning, his bicycle was discovered leaning against a banyan tree nearly 3 kilometers away. The bag was missing. There were no signs of struggle, no blood, no footprints, nothing. The investigation began immediately. Officers questioned everyone: students, neighbors, shopkeepers. Nobody admitted seeing anything unusual, yet everyone repeated one strange detail. Around midnight, someone had heard a woman crying inside the forest, not screaming, not calling for help, just crying, slowly, as if mourning someone already dead. The police ignored the rumor until another person disappeared. This time it was a young fisherman named Rafiq. His boat drifted back to shore empty before sunrise. The fishing net remained neatly folded inside. His sandals were still on the wooden floor of the boat. He was simply gone. Fear spread through the village. Children stopped attending evening classes. Shops closed before dark. People began locking their doors before sunset. Then came the discovery that changed everything. Deep inside the bamboo forest stood an abandoned brick warehouse built decades earlier by a tea company. According to older villagers, nobody had entered it for years. The police forced open its rusted iron door. Inside, the smell struck them first. A mixture of damp earth, rotting wood, and something metallic. Their flashlights revealed hundreds of old photographs hanging from wires stretched across the room. Every photograph showed ordinary villagers, sleeping, walking, shopping, standing outside their homes. Someone had been watching them for years. At the center of the warehouse sat a wooden chair, bolted to the floor. Leather straps hung from both armrests. Fresh rope fibers lay beneath it. On a nearby table rested an old cassette recorder. A single tape remained inside. The investigators pressed play. Static filled the room. Then, a man's trembling voice. "If anyone finds this, don't come looking for me. He's still here." Heavy breathing followed. I thought he was collecting memories. Silence. Then another sentence. I was wrong. The tape ended. No name. No explanation, no further recordings. Forensic teams searched every inch of the warehouse. They discovered fingerprints belonging to dozens of unrelated people. None matched any known suspect. Hidden beneath loose floorboards, officers uncovered personal belongings from several missing villagers dating back almost 12 years. Watches, identity cards, children's toys, broken eyeglasses, but no human remains, not a single one. The case attracted national attention. Psychologists suggested an organized kidnapper. Criminal profilers believed multiple offenders were involved. Others suspected illegal trafficking. Every theory collapsed. There was simply not enough evidence. Weeks later, investigators noticed one final detail. Every photograph had been taken from impossible locations. Behind locked bedroom windows, inside private homes. From rooftops nobody could climb, one picture showed Mahmoud Hassan asleep in his own bedroom. The date printed on the back was 3 days after he disappeared. No camera was ever found. No negatives, nothing. The warehouse was sealed by the authorities. Months passed. The village slowly returned to normal, or at least, it pretended to. 5 years later, demolition workers arrived to remove the abandoned building. When they broke through the back wall, they found another room, completely empty, except for a wooden table. On it rested a brand new digital voice recorder. The battery was still charged. Curious, one worker pressed the play button. Only one recording existed. The audio lasted 11 seconds. At first there was silence, then footsteps, very close, a slow inhale. Finally, a whisper so faint that investigators had to amplify it several times. It said, "You're listening now." The recording ended. No fingerprints, no DNA, no explanation. The worker who found the recorder resigned the following day. He reportedly told his family that someone had begun standing outside his bedroom window every night, watching. The police found no evidence of anyone outside. Within a month, he disappeared. His phone, wallet, and shoes were left neatly beside his bed. The investigation remains officially unsolved. The warehouse no longer exists. The recorder is locked away as evidence. And if you ever visit that village today, the older residents will tell you something they refuse to say after dark. They believe the criminal was never caught because he was never the one being hunted.